From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Miami Dolphins. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. They juked him. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Play action, now it's Tua. Washington's got it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Tua sets up to pass it. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The Dolphins looking for win number 2 on the year. And they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Go ahead. All right, fellas, listen up.
Tua to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
2nd and 11. Tua going to throw. This is the tight end fan. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
First down and 10 yards to go.
Let's get that touch. All right. All right, go ahead. Go. Ready. Watch an Oscar. Out.
On the ground, this is Achane. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. This will be caught just inside the 10. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on third down. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Devon Achane with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Franklin. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You talk about this Miami defense. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Again, he'll drop to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Off play action. Franklin. That's caught. It's Dante Thornton. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And down to the 41.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 41, here's second down at 7.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal.
Operating from the gun, Franklin. That ball caught by his rookie wideout. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. 36 yards.
As a general manager, you're counting on your 1st and 2nd round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
And plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and 4. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
After the turnover, it's Tua. This one thrown underneath to Achane. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You look at this Raiders defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. On play action, here's Tua. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Second and 10. Now Tua. Now loose football. The ball comes out. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads. And you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasized ball security, and they're wondering why the message isn't sinking in.
Yeah, 5 turnovers last week, now 1 here in the opening quarter. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Genty. Down to about the 22 here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down at a yard. Looking to throw. Franklin. Pass right side, caught by Thornton. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Come on. Hey! Gotta be lying.
Back to throw. Franklin. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now it's the backup Smith. And he comes back with one complete. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. An extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. Achane on the counter. And this would leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 26. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as a nice run there gets them down to the 6-yard line.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. They'll run. Achane. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Achane is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
A run straight ahead with Genty. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Franklin completes this one to Thornton. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000 is a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Back to throw now on first down. Downfield and caught by Thornton. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Dante Thornton, 31 yards. And the Raiders are an extra point away from drawing level. Carlson on for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Dances by him. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Now flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
Tua getting it quickly out to Robert. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
At the 28-yard line.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here's Tua. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now Tua going to change the play. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. But Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick 6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Operating from the gun, Franklin. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On first down, it's Genty. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Franklin will try and set up the screen to Genty. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That's into the hands of his tight end, Bowers. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Come on. Cougar 19.
On the draw, here's Genty. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Ready up. Tap the 60.
Off the play fake. Franklin. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 13-yard line. 13 yards down to the 13. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Touchdown! Dante Thornton with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And bulldozing his way through. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10.
Ready, T. Turbo 1 hard.
Tua sets up to pass it. That's complete out left to Ayuk. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Tua going to throw. Oh, a poor throw there, and it's intercepted. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Check. Ready, right?
On the give, Genty. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
19, 18.
Looking to throw. Franklin got his tight end. That's complete. That's Bowers. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Brock Bowers, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
44. Ready. 18.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Tua to his Alabama teammate Waddle. First down, Miami.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. They'll go for a gain of 7. And that will bring up 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 29-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Noah Fant from 21 yards away. And the Dolphins are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a handoff to Genty. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out first downs, and that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
Okay, ready?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
Gotta be lying.
On the give, Genty. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Short throw caught by Bowers. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. On 4th down, here's Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. The kick by Carlson is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Another incomplete pass there. We've seen a bevy of those. This secondary, they've been pretty good, haven't they?
They certainly have. They've allowed the one touchdown through the air, and they're going to be upset about that later when they watch the game tape. But other than that, they've been absolutely rock solid.
On 2nd and 10, Tua. This is the tight end fan. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Hey, come on, two. Come on, two. Come on, two.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. They'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 47-yard line.
Now Tua. He's got Ayuk once again. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
2nd and 6 at the
21G, 21G.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a 1st down.
at the 24-yard line.
Come on, three, kick. 21G. 22.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Again, he'll drop the throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Get it.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Tua now, 3rd and goal. This is caught. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin, 4th quarter, you're going. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They throw it out right, complete. A great open field tackle that's going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they look to finish strong in this 4th quarter. And this is a unit that certainly has turned things around from a week ago. Just a much more productive all-around ball game. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 78 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Now,
Running left, it's Warren. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth quarter stop? Now this time he'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here. Over 20 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. And the Las Vegas first down.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Raiders, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, the loss is number 8 for them on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.